Hello innovators, welcome to the PolyInnovator Now page vlog number 3. It's kind of a little mouthful there. There's a lot of terms that people might not know about, so just quickly go over it. A Now page is something that Derek Sivers created, a concept where I'm just explaining what I'm doing now. And I think it's a really fascinating concept, and I started doing vlogs for this, because when I started doing PolyInnovator channel, I created vlogs based around my modular degree. However, not only was there a consistency factor, what should I talk about when I'm pursuing this education? What am I writing down to talk about? It just ended up not really working out as much, and so my content came more scripted, or at the very least, planned out. And but I like being able to improvise and come up with unique things to talk about. And right now, there's a lot of new changes that are happening with PolyInnovator and myself directly that I wanted to share with you all. And that's one reason why I like to make these. So these are just kind of like my personal vlogs in case someone's curious or wants to know more about my life or just wants to know where PolyInnovator is taken next. Because some people really like the concept of PolyInnovator but just don't really know what to think about it. So right now, PolyInnovator is basically just the Omni content and the interviews for the POLYCASTS. That's basically all that's been going on. And since my accountability and consistency has been lacking, and I'm giving myself crap for it, you don't leave anything in the comments there, I have been looking at ways to try to get better at that. And right now I'm actually working on a mini series. I'm calling it polymath spectrum, but I'm thinking the multidisciplinary spectrum might be more aptly describing it. So one of the two names there you'll see here soon. And it's about 7 episodes where I'm talking about multipotentialites, generalists, even specialists I'm thinking about needing to make a video on. And then on top of that too, polymaths, of course, and polyinnovators. And so that spectrum is explaining the whole multidisciplinary lifestyle, whether you are a multipotentialite, someone with the potential to do many things, or a polymath, so you're an expert in many fields, or a specialist, an expert of one field, or somewhere in between like a generalist. Or T-shaped, as some people were talking about as well. So there's some really interesting terms and facets behind that, and I wanted to explain what I visualize in this kind of spectrum, so to speak. Beyond that, I've actually been looking at different types of content to create further on. So right now I've been doing interviews every week. I've been doing them multiple times a week, but I've been uploading once a week, just for that consistency factor. And since I have the accountability to my guests, I want to make sure those go up. So right now there's that facet of just consistency of a layer, like a foundation, with the Omni content and the interviews. At the very least, the interviews are being consistent. The Omni content, I'm hoping to be more consistent down the line, at least once a week, or maybe a little bit more often if I'm doing another mini series, which I have plenty planned. There's also some really cool ideas behind either Yumi or Special Project. I believe both are .io. Those tools allow for you to have like a subscription model, or at the very least a platform for your content in a unique way. So I'm really excited to maybe delve into those a bit and actually create exclusive content for those platforms, as well as have my basic stuff on there as well. And that's one of the first endeavors I'm looking at when it comes to either monetization or the fact of just exclusivity, because I don't want to put everything on YouTube, for example. And for example, my self-education mini course, I haven't actually found a learning management system I prefer, so I'm thinking that subscription tool might actually be a good option, as well as this idea of a micro SaaS, which will help me generate income as well as solve a problem I've been facing, which has been sharing my posts. Since the Omni content takes the form of this omni-channel approach, people often don't realize how much effort goes into that and how much work it is for a solopreneur to do. And I've tried over 90 different social media management tools. I've tried project management and task management. So what I've been working on is this idea of creating a campaign tool where I can pursue the things that I've been asking for years that no one wants to build or have already built, and just build it myself. Screw it. If I'm having an issue, someone else might be, they can pay me to use it or something like that. And that's the whole idea behind SaaS companies in the first place. Well, if I want it, someone else might want it too. And I think that if I build that out, it'll solve my problem, solve someone else's people problem, and that'll give me not only the income, so I don't have to work as much outside of PolyInnovator, as well as the focus to work on the modular education, which is the next frontier that I want to delve into here on this vlog. I feel like I'm already digging into a few minutes here. I don't want to talk like a stock reel, as some people refer to me as, but there's a lot of information to convey, and I want to make sure that you get it all in time. Still working on the modular education platform and modular degrees for people to use, but I've been talking to many people, and the things that I've been learning from them and understanding from them is helping me picture what I'm needing for people and what I want to create, such as like modular degree is not like a prescriptive service, so to speak. It's more of like a tool, a platform that you can build your own off of. And if you want to pursue lifelong learning, then your modular degree be lifelong. But if you want something that you want a skill now, like learning to program, and you want a more sequential way of doing it without being prescriptive, someone's not going to give it to you. You have to make it yourself at this point. But if someone does want to make it for you, then perhaps that could work too. I actually am planning on making some pre-built MBA, for example, or philosophy, or some other kind of modular degrees that people can build off of or take for their own if they prefer, since I've already been doing a lot of that myself. And so I was like, okay, I might as well create something that people can see. So that's what I'm seeing with that, and I'm really excited to see what this platform will evolve into, because what I'm envisioning is revolutionary. And not to sound pompous or something like that, it's just one of the things where people aren't talking about education in this particular way. There's one company I can think of that essentially stole my idea, but for the most part, they're still not doing fully what I wanted to do anyways. And so regardless, we made the best execution win. So to put it back in the big picture here, consistency of the videos, which is what I've been saying for a long time now, and I want to get the Omni content out there. Someone said something pretty profound yesterday to me, actually, and that was to focus purely on the interviews. Since that's what I've been able to stay consistent with, then Omni content can kind of get pushed back, which maybe will happen after this mini-series. I want to get this mini-series out. I've already been telling people about it, and so probably by the time this airs or people see this vlog, one of the first episodes will be up at least. I know the first one, Multi-Potentialites, has already been up for a minute because I didn't plan on the series just yet when I made that one. So that series will come up. I'll focus on the interviews, maybe make another Omni content depending on just how it works. And from that, I'm hoping to build up micro SaaS next month. And then beyond that, I'm not sure when the modular degree is going to come out. I'm hoping to build some templates and some basic things that people can go to and just pick it up themselves if they want to just take what I have right now and work with it. And then we'll join together on the platform down the line. And honestly, if you're interested in being on the show too, the Polymath Polycast, hit me up. If you're multifaceted in any way, generally I'm pretty interested. So just let me know what you think will be why you're a good fit. And I'm pretty open-minded about it. Just reach out to me. I'm pretty responsive if you come talk. So yeah, other than that, cheers. Thank you.